mean to him?
Like if we,
How
I mean, if
would
we
he
can get this
execute
wrong,
it?
and it's done from the
I have a career. We're talking about people who don't have a careers yet. I have a, I'm where I want to be.
I think
so let's
Are
move
you
forward.
where you want to
I'm
be?
sorry, Mr. Otley, we do have careers. We are learning about IT.
I didn't say that you didn't. I said that I didn't say that you didn't have careers.
Excuse me, did everybody hear that we didn't have a career and he has? I have never.
That is literally what we heard.
I didn't say that. No, I did not. I said I have
You
a
said,
career.
sir,
I never said
sir,
you didn't have a career.
Exactly. Okay, sir, so can we now go back with the tit for tat? We all believe that you're here to help us, and we're asking for our help, for you to help us, because I think you also asked that. You asked, how can I help you? All right, so we're letting you know this is how you can help us. You can kind of give us your example on how you would apply this to yourself. If you can't do that, then that's fine. Then we can move forward.
Okay, let's move forward. The only part that the career mapping would be instructive in my situation right now would be the continuum, not from the beginning to the end. I'm not understanding. The first cohort, I mean, the first group that answered these questions, they didn't come up with this. So it's new to me that you're coming up with this. You want to know my perspective on career mapping.
Well, I was part of the
You were
first
only in
group,
group D.
and I think it would be really useful if you maybe just gave us some examples of, like a lot of people said, you already done this with a lot of cohorts. So for
right, and
example,
nobody asked me what my career mapping was on the other cohorts, is what I'm trying to say.
No, we never.
I was never
no, we're not. We're not
the
asking for
assignment.
your career map. I'm sorry.
Everyone
can you
can't talk
finish?
at the same time.
We're not.
Who's talking?
So I think what we're asking is just for. What we're asking for
You're
is maybe
breaking up.
some
I can't hear you.
examples of what. No, just giving you time to finish. So what we're thinking about is maybe you give us some examples of other things that people from other cohorts have done with yeah, so I think that would be one of the tips that Celeste was saying. Maybe you could give us some insights of maybe people that don't have a lot of experience. Sorry. People that do have experience but are changing careers. So maybe give us some different career maps. That way we can look at and sorry, and compare. That you have maybe from other cohorts or just from experience.
Okay, you have to be more specific in the question that you're asking me, Ms. Tello. You're asking me, what is my career mapping? Is that what I'm understanding you're saying?
Mr. Otley, what is she's trying to
No, not at all.
Is not your mapping. We are here to learn career coaching from you. So usually what we see, some kind of slide, like how to do things. It might be easy for you, but for us, we need these classes in order to use it practically in our jobs. And we are in a middle of
Understood.
period. And instead of you shaking head, because we will have wrong answers because we don't know it. That's why you are here. So we need your help.
There is no wrong answers, Ms. Kim.
Right, but
There is no wrong answers.
There's like a clear distinction.
When I ask you what it means to you, you reply what it means to you. There is no right or wrong answer.
Right, so if
Did you
think it's
not watch the
correct-
video?
Excuse me, yes, I did, but however, usually it's first time.
Well, if you watch the video, these are the same questions that was told to you in the video.
Right, that's why we are discussing, no? Or otherwise, why are we here as a group?
Because you were to answer the 5 questions that I pulled from
I
the video.
understand. So can
You
you
were to answer the questions and then repeat your answers.
right? So if the answers are not correct, can you elaborate on it? Maybe you could guide us through like what needs to be improved. Maybe that's not correct. Some kind of input from you as well. If that's okay.
No one said that any of the questions that you answered was incorrect. I never said that any of the questions that were answered. You went to
No.
1, 2, 3,
Oh, actually, you did. You were
and
shaking
4.
your head.
You
like,
definitely were. There was definitely an unfavorable answer that there were definitely answers that you were not particularly favorable to, and got you to
Don't
asking
look at me
whether or
shaking
not
my
we were
head. If I felt that there was an unsatisfactory answer, I would say so. Don't look at my gestures or my head or assume something that you probably are incorrect in assuming. I never stated that any of the answers that you gave for the first 4 questions was incorrect. Never. I didn't do that to group 3, and I didn't do that to your group. I'm writing down what your answers are, and then at the end of the assignment, then I will give my input. Are we on the same page? Okay, so the 5th answer, career mapping strategies. A, what is it? How will it help you? And give me the pros and cons. Which one of you in your group wants to answer question 5?
Which group are we on?
We're in
Which group are we currently on?
Celeste group. We're in Celeste group. I believe that was group number, hold on.
No, Jean was on question 3. Going to question.
Yeah.
Was she on question? I thought she answered question 3. What are career mapping components?
no, that
No,
was
no, we
answered
were with
that.
Jean.
That was me.
Excuse me? Yes.
That was me. I also answered the career component, unless of course it was while I was cutting in and out, in which case Celeste.
Okay,
really
so
helped here,
Celeste
so.
is in, we were speaking with group 1, Ramon, Mr. Wong, Felix Hernandez, and Celeste Kim. What you were answering the questions, no? So, group 3 completed their questions. James Morrison, John Seaman, Natalia Tello, and Abdul Rahman. I believe you were the first people to state your answers. Am I incorrect? We were trying to listen to group 1 and 2. I'm trying to listen now to group 1 and 2. So group 1 was Mr. Ramon, Mr. Wong, Mr. Felix, and Ms. Kim. And I
Okay.
believe we're on question 5.
On 5. Okay, so it's pros and cons of career mapping. What are the cons and pros, right?
That's part C on question 5. I'll repeat the question.
Okay.
Career mapping strategies. What is it? How it will help you? Give me the pros and cons.
The
Did you guys
strategy
not
will
write
give us a roadmap, clear roadmap and directions from short term to long term. So for example, let's say 6-month goal to 5-year goal, and having realistic and practical job search. However, given that life does change and circumstance change and job situation changes, so our cons should be it's unpredictable, but pros can be also flexibility. And unexpected job advancement. And that's all we got so far. So if it is not correct, please let me know.
All right. Okay. So now we're going to group 2. Perez, Mr. Phillip, Oscar, Calvin, and Esteban. Would you like to answer the 5 questions given for the assignment? Did you pick a spokesperson?
Yep, that was me.
Yep.
Yep. We're here.
Yep.
Would someone like
Yeah.
to answer the questions?
Yep.
So ask a question.
Did you do the 5 questions?
We did. Which question
And you
would
answered
you
it.
or
You can start with
Just-
number 1.
all right, cool. What is career mapping? It's mapping out your career goals, putting the components of your current situation and future path in alignment.
Excellent. And 2?
What does career
What
mapping
does-
mean to you? To create an overview. What is to create an overview of career choices using the mapping components mentioned, to have a better overview and be able to align our current path and resources with future goals.
Okay, so the question was, what does career mapping mean to you in terms of your job search?
That's what was meant. Because what we got was what it meant to us, and that's just kind of what it meant to us. I don't know.
Okay, so you
That's
only
kind
wrote
of
down
the
half
answer
question.
that
All
we
right.
wound up arriving at.
Okay, and number 3?
All right, what are the components? Education, goals, interests, training, skills, and vision.
Number 4?
Let's see, how to execute an action plan and career mapping. Learn what is in need or expected for future growth in order to better execute what you're trying to do. Obtain the necessary licenses and certifications, and obtain the education, especially in the industry that you're trying to be in. Is what we got.
That's how do you execute an action plan? That's how
That is how we
execute an action
that's how
plan?
we. That is that's the conclusion we came to.
And number 5. And number 5.
What is your career mapping strategy? To refer to the industry specifics for cybersecurity and IT in general. See what companies are highly competitive and in demand. When were they, the sorts of information like when were they started, what services and products do they offer, what changed, and what are their future goals, what contributed to the goal of the company, what is expected of it currently, and
give me
what's
the
possibly
pros,
needed
and
in
give
the
me the
future.
pros and cons. Give
All
me
right,
the
cool.
pros and
Pros
cons.
and cons. Continuing education. Sure. Continuing the education geared towards a career goal, possible financial freedom, and job longevity. Obtaining the sought after and in-demand certifications, and proving the ability and ambition to do it. Just kind of solidifying yourself as somebody who could reach that goal, and that sort of intrinsic motivation of just fulfilling a goal in general. It just kind of gives you the tools and resources to do all of these things. So as for the cons, you do have to dedicate quite a bit of time to education. It's a lifelong sort of deal, especially being in the IT field. That's pretty much
That's excellent.
every con
That's
can
good.
pretty much be summed up to that.
Okay, so to answer Ms. Kim's question, what does career mapping mean to me? So in terms of my career, what I do is I always reassess where I'm at. I see what options I have to move forward. And I look at the industry that I work in, and I find paths that would generally be, I'd say, a promotion in my case. I went through being I guess before I became supervisor, I went through being hired through this AP program as to just do career readiness, even though I was a job developer. And then I started to supervise Sarah, as well as work in cohort with Kathy before she left. and now my next goal in this field that I'm in, job development, would be to probably HR department in terms of hiring people to fit the needs of the college. But that's my career mapping. I'm sorry if I gave any indication that that you needed my input for your career mapping. The career mapping, you should have gotten the information from the video in terms of an individual career mapping for your career. Never did I ever say you didn't have a career, because I was on the panel and most of you guys, or some of you guys, might have seen me answering questions to see if you would be in the IT program. So I introduced myself as the job developer, meaning that the instructors would teach you the necessary certifications, and then me and Kathy's part would be to help place you in a employment situation. Ms. Kim, is that sufficient for you in terms of my career mapping?
Mr. Ali, thank you for explaining, but my question was very simple, not yours, but thank you for sharing. But what you just said, like option to C, industry you're working for, promotion, it could be very objective that works for our cohort. So that kind of outline probably we're looking for. I am not speaking for everyone, but in my opinion, like what you just said it. Like for you, you have to like see what options are inside an industry you're working on, and you went through such and such, like some kind of example. That was perfect. So
Okay,
wonderful.
I'm glad to be of help. I'm not trying to be, I don't know it all. I learned from the video as much as you guys learned from the video, although I've seen the video probably 10 times already. I probably see it, well, everyone sees it differently in their eyes, and that's why we conversate. That's why we have this session of answering and questions, or questions and answering. Okay, so we're good with career mapping. Let's go with LinkedIn. So I'm hoping I could disseminate this information to you guys and get you out of here by 4:30 or earlier. So who does not have, let me write this down, who does not have a LinkedIn account? Can I hear names? Is there someone that does not have a LinkedIn account?
Well, I think I
There's
might have
students
lost
out
it.
there? I'm sorry.
Let me see if I still
Everyone
have it.
has a LinkedIn account. That's good. Okay,
No, Felix
so-
said Felix said he didn't have a LinkedIn account, but I think he stepped away.
Felix Hernandez.
Nah, I just
Anyone else does not
Felix,
have a
you have
LinkedIn
one?
account?
yeah, I just made it today.
Oh, you made it today. Okay, so you made it already.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so the question is there anyone here that does not have a LinkedIn account?
I had a question on LinkedIn account. Some of
Yes.
us have jobs that's not related to IT. We come from different backgrounds. Can we have two different LinkedIn?
You can have two different LinkedIn accounts, or you can incorporate all that same experience on one LinkedIn account. Let me tell you how that will help you. It gives you more chances to be well-rounded as an employee, I'm sorry. When employees are looking at it, they see other experiences and education that you might have, or you could split it up. I actually only have one LinkedIn account, but I put all my experiences and all my jobs in that one LinkedIn account, and I will share that with you so we can interact on LinkedIn, and I can also send your LinkedIn account to my contacts.
I would appreciate that very much because I'm hearing like 3 different inputs. If you have different fields, put one down and create a new IT LinkedIn. That was one suggestion I got. And second suggestion is what you said. And third suggestion is create a new one without combining it. So there were a lot of suggestions. So I wanted to hear like how you thought of it.
I combined all my experiences, all my education, and on my when you look at my LinkedIn account, you'll see.
Okay.
I put them all on one.
Maybe we could
But,
discuss strategies. Maybe we don't have time. Thank you. I will look at your account and try to follow.
Okay, so these are some of the. Someone else has a question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, about LinkedIn. I've
Yes.
been to like a few different job developers and job, people that sort of do job coaching and things like that. And I could have swore that one of them said that you're not allowed to have more than one LinkedIn account. It's against the rules. And so I double checked. I just did a quick Google. Google says you're not allowed to have more than one LinkedIn account for one person.
I did not know that.
I feel like I've heard that before. That's why I was looking into that, because
I can find that out for you. I'm not sure of that answer. I can find that out and get back to you, Mr. Felipe.
Okay.
I assumed it's social media. So, I mean, I have more than one Facebook account. I have more than one, I don't know. I'm not quite sure about LinkedIn.
All right.
That's a good question. I'll
I have
find
a
out if
question
you can have
too.
more than one. I'll find out if you can have more than one LinkedIn account. I'm writing it down. Who is the next question?
This is Ramon. So I just
Okay,
need
Ramon.
assistance. I need assistance in navigating the actual site.
LinkedIn? Just put LinkedIn in your Google search engine.
No, of course, yes, but the actual site of LinkedIn to navigate it. How to search for jobs, how to.
Okay, so when you set
How to
up
best,
a LinkedIn,
basically, how to best use LinkedIn to my advantage.
okay, so that's what we're going over today. When you set up a LinkedIn account, employers look for you.
Mm-hmm.
And they use LinkedIn to look at your profile. So you want to put all the information that you have. If you are president of your student association, if you are working, if you have any certifications, if you have any degrees, all that information is for employers to look you up, to search you out. Now you're saying you're looking for a job on LinkedIn. Well, once you register to LinkedIn, LinkedIn will send you the open available positions to your email account.
No, of course, yes, but you have to program it to do so. So you have to kind of set it up, no?
Yes, you have to set it up. So
exactly.
That's what we're going to go through on this list, how to set up a LinkedIn account. So does everyone have a pen and paper in front of them?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
PDF of those that you might be able to send us?
I will send it to each of your individual, actually you're in a group email on my in my computer. I will take a picture of it and send it to you, but right now I'm going to go over it briefly, if that's okay.
Very well.
Okay. All right, so profile appearance. Does the profile includes a professional-like headshot? That means, do you have a picture of your face on your LinkedIn profile? You can, you can't. I mean, it's not mandatory. You'll see my picture on my LinkedIn. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I think that it's a positive. That's why I put my picture on my LinkedIn account. All sections completed in your LinkedIn when you set up your account is the location, industry, work, internship experience, volunteer experience, education and skills. Are all of those filled in on your LinkedIn account? It should be. Is the headline eye-catching, meaning not like when you do an elevator pitch to try to find out if someone is hiring when you just meet them, your headline is the same way. Is it eye-catching to an employer to say, wait a minute, let me see this guy, you know, he may fit my requirements for the position that I need to hire. So your headline should be eye-catching. Does everyone understand what that means?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the profile URL customized? So I'm sure as an IT, you guys know what that means. Is the summary interesting? Does it contain relevant keywords? Did Kathy give you guys the keywords for your resumes? If not, I will send that.
I don't recall.
She says it on the piece of paper that she gave me that she did hand it out, but I was just asking to make sure. Is experience relevant? Is it effectively highlighted and not just a cut and paste version of a resume? Is the profile strength at or near all-star level? So what is all-star level? Can anyone answer that question? Is the profile strength at or near all-star level?
You're not talking about where it's like you need like 200 people or something on it, or you're not talking about that, are you? The amount of people you have that you're connected to? I'm not sure.
Not so much that, although they do look to see who you're connected with. All-star level means that professional. They really don't want to know if you know, you scored 50 points in a basketball game, but they do want to know that you're team orientated and that you could work well with others. They do want to know if you have any leadership experience. They do want to know if you ever supervised anyone. All that you should put on your LinkedIn profile to give you more of a professional, more of an all-round managerial or supervisory positions that you have experience in leading people. That's what that all-star level means. Does the student search for new suggestions? Somebody went out? No. Does the student search for new suggested connections? If there's something that you don't understand, just stop me and ask me the question, because it's a long list of profile requirements for your LinkedIn, for it to be a good LinkedIn profile. Is she or he connecting with second and third level connections? You understand that?
Is she or he what?
Is she or he connecting with second and third level connections?
No.
You don't understand that?
No.
Okay, so what level are you looking to be? Entry level? Or are you looking to be managerial level? Or you're looking to be CEO?
Okay.
You said second or third level? Is that what you said?
Yes, or entry level. So if you're looking for an entry level position, it should be noted. If you're looking to be managerial level position, it should be noted. Or if you're looking to be supervisory level, it should be noted.
So for us, it's a little complicated.
I know some are entry level and some aren't. I understand that. Some have experience, some have degrees, and some don't. Is that your question, Ramon? Am I answering your question correctly?
Kind of, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so in terms of the students here in this cohort 14, I'm noticing some people have BAs, some people have associates, some people don't. Some people have managerial experience, some people don't. Well, you should note that on your LinkedIn profile, what experience you have, so that an employer will know what type of level that you're looking to go into. You don't want somebody to call you up with something that you're not interested in, and so you want to be clear. Utilizing connections for opportunity, and once again, I said I will make a copy of this and send it to all of you guys. Is the student regularly messaging connections? Regularly messaging connections. All right, so I think that's in terms of how many people that you have in your connections. Asking connections for informational interviews. So in your profile, you want to state whether you're looking to interview or you're looking to intern or you're looking to you know, a lot of people just do interviews just to find out if they want the position, not necessarily interviewing because it's the job that they want. In other words, I may go on an interview just to see if that's a place where I want to work. So you have to determine whether you want to work there, and the employer determines whether he wants to hire you. But it's a two-way situation. You don't, just because they may want you, you may not want to work there. Requesting referrals and/or recommendations. Okay, so does any of you have any people that you could put down as mentors? Does any of the students that I'm speaking to have mentors?
Yes, we do.
That's
all our
good.
instructors.
That's good. That's something that you should put on your profile.
Right, they are very supportive.
That's a good thing to have. I had a mentor when I was coming up as well. It was my uncle, and I thought the world of him, and he helped me in more ways than not. Okay, so searching and applying for jobs. Set career interests in your profile. Regularly search and apply for jobs using LinkedIn. Review LinkedIn suggested jobs you may be interested in. Create search alerts for jobs he or she might be interested in. Follow companies he or she may be interested in working for. Okay, so the most visible aspects of the profile. Number one, profile photo. Everyone seems to think that you should put a photo there, but in other cohorts, people were hesitant. They gave me all kinds of reasons why they did not want to put their photo on their LinkedIn profile. That's something you'll have to decide to do or not decide to do. I decided to put my photo on my LinkedIn. I cannot stress how it helped me. Profiles with photos get 14 times more views than those without. This is what they're saying. The photo should be high quality and show the student along dressed professionally, dressed and facing towards the camera. Headline. Headline should be punchy. The default headline is the most recent job experience. Example, social media strategist seeking new opportunity. Example, okay, social media strategist seeking new opportunity example is an example. So you're putting on your profile exactly what it is that you want to do. Example 2, management major graduating in May 2019 and looking for a full-time sales and marketing role. That's the second example. Third example is full stack engineer, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, jQuery, PHP. So those are some of the examples of the headlines you might want to put on your LinkedIn profile. Does everyone understand what I just said? Any questions? Okay, number 3, the summary. The summary should concisely cover experience, qualifications, and goals Consider keywords that employees might search for, i.e. graphic design user, experience, Python, Salesforce, data analysis, auditing, budgeting. Consider adding media links. Number 4, traditional experience. Experience section should include all relevant work experience, the job title, and the dates. Media links can demonstrate work experience here. The organization section should include student clubs or clubs outside of school. The education section includes current colleges, degrees in pursuit of, expected graduation dates, and any previous degrees earned, including the school. Number 5, other valuable experience. The volunteer experience section included community service work that takes place over weeks, months, or years, not a single day. List the names of the organization, the role, and the dates. The awards and the honor section includes competitions, scholarships, or awards. The course section includes coursework or boot camps completed outside of school. The project section allows you to include notable academic projects, hackathons or personal projects, a blog, an app, etc. Endorsement and recommendations, approximately 3 to 5 key skills that support professional brands that would be valuable to hiring managers are appropriate. Students could look at the postings to identify skills, i.e. keywords that hiring managers might search for. Students can ask for colleagues, professors, or managers to endorse these skills. The most credibility is earned when a manager endorses a skill. Students may ask managers or professors to write a recommendation about them and add that to their profile. Generic recommendations aren't as effective as specific ones. Ask for something specific to support the professional brand. 7, privacy and preferences. In the settings and privacy tab, students can review and change privacy settings regarding what information, connections, and non-connections can be viewed. LinkedIn is one component of online presence, and students should consider other social medias visible to potential employers. Number 8, sharing and profile. It is a good idea to include a link to the student's LinkedIn profile in his or her email address. It is much easier to publicize a profile with a customized URL, ideally linkedin.com/name, or on the edit profile screen. There is a place to edit public profile URLs. The student can specify what the address will be and then click custom URL. Everyone understands that?
I'm sorry?
I said, was there any questions on the sharing a profile?
To share a profile?
Yeah.
Can you go over that one more time?
Okay. It's a good idea to include a link to the student's LinkedIn profile in his or her email address. It's much easier to publicize a profile with a customized URL on the edit profile screen. There is a place to edit public profile URL. The student can specify what address will be and then click set custom URL, meaning that if you have your resume, and on your resume, you know you have your email address. Underneath your email address, you can have another URL linking them to LinkedIn.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
To see your LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, to place the URL on your actual resume.
Right. So when they click on it, they could go straight to your LinkedIn profile and they could see information that they wouldn't necessarily see on your resume. Number 9, connecting with others. It's critical to have a profile that includes robust content about education, excuse me, experience, and a photograph before connecting with others. Connect with classmates, alumni, professors, and professionals that the student has met and spoken with. Note, if a student has only heard a professional speak, they may connect with them, but their message should explain why they want to connect. LinkedIn is a long-term networking tool. Classmates may become employed or someone employed at a company you want to work in the future. That's just networking. Students can search for alumni of their college by Googling LinkedIn alumni. Invitations to connect are more likely to be accepted when the connector writes a brief message that explains where the two met and why they want to connect. Example, hi, Sam. It was great to meet you at CUNY Career Innovation Summit on March 29th. I enjoyed chatting with you about your work in data and analytics. I'd like to stay in touch on LinkedIn. Best, Katie. Last but not least, number 10, learn more. Students can make an appointment for a more in-depth, one-on-one LinkedIn advisement session at their campus career services office. Provide the one pager on career services offices at each campus and direct the student to the contact information for their campus. There are a number of online tools to learn more about creating and managing a LinkedIn profile, including the Skills to Succeed Academy, created by Accenture. There are one-pagers about the platform and how to register. Another option is to check out LinkedIn's resources on their website, linkedin.com, or Google, LinkedIn resources for students. So I'm going to copy both of these sheets to you for your LinkedIn profile account. And when you're on your LinkedIn profile account, look out for me to connect with me, Timothy Otley.
Are we gonna be doing like the hands-on part of it, or it's just like we're gonna read the flyer and do it on our own?
Can you repeat that, Mr. Ramon? Are you going to be doing the hands-on? What do you mean? Are you going to be setting up your LinkedIn account?
Meaning like, are we gonna have hands-on assistance to set up the LinkedIn account, or are we just gonna be reading from the flyer?
Well, the flyer tells you what you should put on your LinkedIn account. It suggests what you should put on your LinkedIn account. When you create a LinkedIn account, it will
That's
go.
not really, I don't think that'll really be most beneficial to us. I think, if we have some more, because, like reading a flyer, that's not really helping someone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we need
Reading
some.
off a flyer, you're speaking about this document. This document is to tell you what is needed on your LinkedIn profile. You can use it or you don't have to use it.
Exactly. But my question is, are we going to have you to guide us to do the steps, or are we going to just use the flyer?
Well, once you set up your LinkedIn account and you connect to me, I can read it and then I can help you enhance it. If that's answering your question, I don't know if that's answering your question.
Yeah. The enhancement. There you go. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I have a LinkedIn. Like we all have it. We all have it set up pretty much. We could do that. It's the enhancements that we need. That's what really is gonna get us.
Okay, so this page shows you what enhancements you should make on your LinkedIn account.
Yeah, but
if this guide is not enough, yes, you can reach out to me and say, Mr. Otley, should I add this or should I not add this? Or can I add this or can I not add this? Or what do you suggest? Do I put my mentor on there? Do I put people who have given me recommendations on there? Should I put on, I was the leader of some club that was
church or whatever.
I'm sorry.
At church or something?
Yes, yeah. If you was in a church organization and you was the president of a church organization, should you put that on? Although I wouldn't put on
Yeah,
religious or
that was a bad
yeah,
analogy, but you know what
yeah.
I
I
mean,
wouldn't
like
put on anything religion.
extracurricular,
Right. I wouldn't put
extracurricular.
on anything religious or politics
Yeah,
on my
yeah.
profile. That's just me. You could do what you like on that.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
we
yeah.
have
That
any
makes
other
sense.
questions other than from Mr. Ramon? What did you guys think about the career mapping video?
It gave some insights and it did give information.
Did you find it to be helpful?
Yes, it was helpful. But I guess like we were missing like that hands-on, not hands-on, but like that
It could use a bit more context.
yes, more participation, more context.
Well, they did give a link for you to, I don't know if you guys wrote it down. I wrote it down if you want me to give it to you. There's a link where you can get in contact with her and she will go in depth.
But sir, I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
I'm sorry, but you're the career developer, right? You're here to
Yeah.
help us, right? So
Yeah.
wouldn't it be in your part of your task to help us? Why would we have to go to a third party when we have the talented and famous Mr. Todd Otley here that could definitely assist us?
It's Tim Otley, but that's okay.
Tim, sorry, Tim.
That's
Sorry,
okay.
Tim.
That's all right. I know your name, Mr. Ramon.
Yes. I don't know where there was a Todd on my email contacts.
No worries, man. I'm
Todd
not thin
Otley.
skinned. I'm not thin skinned at all. You know, call me anything, just don't call me late for dinner. In terms of career mapping, I think it's self-evident. For you to go into depth of it, it's about where you're at, where you want to be in terms of your career. So if you guys are learning your trade right now, so that's where you're at. Some of you are learning your trade and also have a career, so you can look at it in that perspective. Where would I like to take this? And who is best for me to take what I have in experience and in education? Who is best to work for that I could see a future in? That's what career mapping is. If there's something that you didn't get from that, you'd have to tell me, and I'll try to explain it a little better. But in a synopsis, that's where it is. Where you at, where you're going, where you want to be, and who's best for you to facilitate that movement in. That's career mapping.
All right, cool. I like that who's best part.
Because you don't want to work for somebody that you don't like. I guarantee you that. It'll be a dreadful thing going to work every day if you go to a company that you just don't feel like, number one, you can contribute. Number two, they're not listening to you. And number three, there's no future.
That's kind of how I feel about healthcare. That's why I want to stay away from hospitals. I've been in the healthcare industry for 15 years. So I'm kind of done with that part of my life. If I had to do it, I would. But I know what healthcare is about. It's not about health. It's about money. So I just don't want to be a part of that. If I have a choice.
And you're saying that you work in a hospital now?
No.
I was gonna say, because you're putting your hands in your life right now, right? With coronavirus, man. You'll be an essential worker. As an essential worker. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I keep cutting you off. Go ahead.
No, this is a reality check as far as it goes with healthcare workers. How expendable they are and how much we need them. And America doesn't care. But never mind. That's just my opinion.
What about the guy that's delivering your food? What about the policeman that has to go out on the street and police and move people, homeless people that, I mean,
Yeah.
You put your life in your hands every day, man. I commend them for it. I couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it. Like
I got out there the nick of time.
I don't even know if I'm going back to 25 Broadway if they don't have testing. I'm a black man. I'm 62 years old, and I'm one of the ones that have underlying situations. So I'm scared as hell to go out there. If I catch coronavirus, I'm probably a death sentence for me. So, I understand when you say there's industries that you don't want to go back in, and I agree with you. Any other questions on the LinkedIn checklist? Does everyone satisfied with their LinkedIn the way that it looks, or they would like to enhance their LinkedIn profile?
Enhance. Ramon Rodriguez needs an enhancement.
Okay, Ramon,
Well,
you're the only one I'm hearing from. Mr. Felipe?
Can we? Well, this is Esteban. I was gonna say we could have you look at our LinkedIn, how and give us.
Well, I did ask you to connect with me so I can look at it, but
Okay,
I would rather
you.
hear it. I would rather hear it from your mouth.
Okay, so for Atlee, so if we are linked, are you going to give us feedback on our link?
Yes. Yes, I will look at your LinkedIn account and I'll give you feedback. So you just linked with me?
I just sent the request.
Great. So first step first, I think we need our resume to be reviewed before we set up our LinkedIn and put it on there, if possible.
Yeah. So when can that happen by?
So my question to you that I asked earlier, did Kathy sign off on all of your resumes? Did y'all give her and myself the updated? When you started the kickoff, you was asked to give a resume, and then we would work on it to make it an updated resume. Where are we at in that process?
We sent you on March 11th. We sent you, I believe, everyone sent you their final draft for the resume, waiting for your approval.
Okay, so I will work on that.
That was on March 11th, I believe, or March something.
So, yes, March 11th, the last day of school. I think that's when Kathy said farewell and you introduced yourself to our cohort. So if you could confirm to our emails that you've received our resume and that you are reviewing them, that would be great. Because right now we are not sure. Kathy reviewed our resume. We are not sure if it's finalized, but she did look at them. So we might be in a different, maybe we are not all on the same page. So that's why you might need to look at them.
Ms. Kim, I'll do that this week, and I'll get back to you. Today is Tuesday. You'll hear from me via phone or via email, whether your resume is sufficient for me to send to my employers.
Email, I think, would be best.
Email will be
I will email.
Yes. Question. And I have a question. I'm trying to look you up on LinkedIn, and there's a bunch of Tim Atlees.
I have my picture on mine.
Let's see if I can find you. No, not job developer, but not for cerebral palsy.
Yeah, that's the only profile I could find too.
Yeah, I work with cerebral palsy, UCP. That's
you do?
Oh, that's you. Okay.
Is it? Wait, that's not you.
I'm not looking.
No,
at
that's not him. That's not him.
If it's United Cerebral Palsy for New York State, that's me.
No, this is Cerebral Palsy Association of New York State.
That's me.
That's you?
That's me. I started with the AP program in August, so I haven't updated it as yet. I'm waiting a year before I updated it.
Kingston, New York, just to confirm.
Kingston, New York. That's me.
All
That's
right.
Timothy Otley.
Okay. Yeah, I just sent a
beautiful
invite. All right.
Beautiful.
I just did my profile as much as I could. Well, just quickly, it just said All-Star just for now, though. I know I still got to do a whole bunch of other stuff, but.
Excellent. So I see Ms. Tello. I just seen your LinkedIn confirmation with me. Thank you very much. I will look at your LinkedIn profile.
Okay, perfect. Is that just double checking? Is that your account?
Yes, it just came on my screen that you send a LinkedIn connect with me. So you
Okay,
must have gotten my account. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
How do you do a professional photo? I know we're supposed to get one.
Do you have
school, but-
Facebook? You could take one from Facebook and just put it on your LinkedIn account.
No,
That way.
no.
Kathy mentioned that there is a person who takes headshots. So if we need help with that, she says she could take us there. So there are a few things that Kathy mentioned about DCAS and having another career planner from New York Civil Library to speak. Maybe he could be on Zoom. So there are a few things that was on pipeline, but due to Corona, everything got stopped. So if you could work on that, that'd be great for us.
I'll work on that. I'll work on that for you. I'll find out who she was referring to, and I'll get back to you. I just took my picture from Facebook and put it on there.
Right, but she said we need a professional headshot. So there's a person that you can connect us with. So two things. One, headshot. Number two, actually number two is more than one person, DCAS, and a person who will speak, and alumni, and a company visit, but that's not gonna happen due to all this lockdown. So maybe if you could bring somebody on Zoom or that could elaborate on what the actual situation will be, like job situation would be, that would be very helpful. Like maybe Cisco. I don't know. What do you think, guys? There were
You want to have a field trip to Cisco? Is that what I'm hearing?
I don't think that's possible. So maybe on Zoom.
Yeah, with the coronavirus, they're not accepting anyone at this time.
Right. So everything has to be remote in this case.
Yeah, no. So what can't?
So you're looking for someone to be remote too. I'm writing that down.
So I think what Celeste is trying to say is that Kathy had planned to get us information on DCAS exams, right? Like so how to work for state agencies. So that's one. She was working on getting folks from tech companies to come talk to us. So be it, we gave her some tech companies like Google or Amazon or Apple or just any of the top tech companies around. If someone can come talk to us about how to look for jobs and what they're looking for in employees and just to network.
Did she tell you guys anything about the Cisco Talent Bridge?
Yes, she did.
Are you registered?
No, we haven't gotten any info on that.
Okay, so I'm telling you now, it's easy. Just Google Cisco Talent Bridge and click on register, and you fill in your information, and they'll send you all the job listings that they have.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes. Okay. And then the third one was so I think the most important company that people wanted to hear from was Google.
Okay, so I've been trying to reach out to Google myself for cohort 16. And at this time, due to the coronavirus, I'm having difficulty getting through. I've just been leaving messages on telephone, voicemail, and no one's gotten back to me. And Dr. Grant told me, well, it's the age that we live in.
Yeah. So
I'm reaching out to them. As soon as someone reaches back out to me, I will get a connect and I will forward that to your emails as well.
Right, and also if that's the case, there are alumni. So we were looking for practical, like actual alumni who would speak for that company that he or she got hired, and how experiences that they share, like how they got there, how did they find their jobs. So exactly what we are looking for.
Okay, so that's how they found it, through the Cisco Talent Bridge.
Right.
I know of one alumni that works at Google. He got his job through Cisco Talent Bridge. He did the online application. First, he looked at the job position that was being advertised for. He filled out the application. He called Kathy. I believe Kathy was his liaison and advocate, and she helped him get hired. And I'll call Kathy to see if he is still hired there.
Okay, that would be
Kathy
good.
is now working at a library.
You don't mind me asking? What was his background, if you don't mind me asking? Did he have any IT background, or what was his?
Well, he graduated from our AP program, America's
Right.
Promise program.
So did he have any IT, like prior IT background? Did he have a degree?
I do believe he had a 4-year degree.
In computer science?
I don't want to say something I don't know.
Okay.
I believe it was in computer science. Like I said, this was before I was hired. Kathy and I believe Sarah helped him get into there. Well, actually, he did the footwork. He found a position, he applied for it, and then he told Kathy. Do you guys know about any of the, anytime that you apply for a job or do an on-job application that you're to fill out a form? Did Kathy show you this? Hold on, let me give you this to you. Okay, so it's an employment tracker form. I'm going to raise it up. Tell me if she, can you guys see that? Is that clear?
Is that what is that? Applicant's interview tracker?
Yes.
So how does that work?
Okay, so I will send, when I send the Lincoln checklist, I will include this IT computer network training, A+ CCNA, America's Promise funded applicants interview tracker. So anytime that you applied for a position at a company, if you guys fill this out and send it to me, I could be your liaison to the company. I can call and advocate on your behalf. But I would need to know the employer that you applied for, the position, the contact person, the location, city and state, whether it's part-time, full-time, or per diem. Now, this should be in your packet. Did you receive a packet? You did receive a packet at kickoff, right? This would be in your packet, this form. But if it's not, I will send it when I send you the LinkedIn checklist.
When you mean by packet, what should be in there? Because I don't recall seeing that.
Okay. If it's not there, it's not a problem, Ms. Kim. I'm going to send it by tomorrow to your email address.
Yes, please take.
As a Word document.
Thank you.
I have a question about LinkedIn.
Yes.
It's regarding in your profile when you put in industry.
Yes.
And what if your previous experience is from a different industry? Should we put that as our industry, or should we put like technology as our industry?
You could put your previous industry, and you could put what industry you'd like to go into. So
okay.
When I said give them as much information as possible, you remember the guy said that he would hire someone with less experience or education as long as they were enthusiastic or they were
willing to learn. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, like I said, more is better in a profile. As long as it's not negative information, more is better.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right, so you can expect this document to come to you. I have to get to a, I don't know if I could take a picture of it and send it to you. I would rather send it as a, I would rather scan it and send it to you as a Word document. So not to bind myself in, between Wednesday and Thursday, you should get it, because I have to do another class tomorrow all day. And I don't know where I could go this evening. It's almost 4:30. Tomorrow's class is only 9:30 to 12:30, so I'll have the whole afternoon to get to a scanner to scan these documents and send it to you to your email. Thank you so much for your participation in today's mapping and LinkedIn instructions. Once again, any questions? Okay, we good. You guys have a good day. And everyone has my telephone number, right? Hello?
No, what is it?
Does everyone have my telephone number? I'm going to say it. 646-730-2414. I'll repeat. 646-730-2414. Okay, we're done.
All right. Have a good afternoon.
You have a good afternoon, Mr. Rodriguez. Thank you.